Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 6. I can't believe we're at the last week of our course. These 6 weeks flew by really, really quickly. So in week 6, one, I want to remind you that there are no late assignments allowed for week 6, that you have to have all of your work in by midnight on Saturday. And the reason for this is that there's a very short window for getting your final grades into the registrar's office. So if you get anything turned in after midnight on Saturday, it won't be accepted. No late assignments in week 6. I hate starting out with a negative, but I just want to make sure you're very, very aware of that. So this week, we're going to be talking about positive child guidance. We're going to be talking about environments, and we're going to be talking about sort of bringing together what you have in your toolkit, what you've learned in this class that would be helpful to manage behavior and also to teach social skills in young children. By the end of this week, I want you to make sure that you have a good understanding of what mindfulness is, that you can look at negative behavior and create a plan to reduce or avoid the negative behavior, and that you're going to be able to tell the difference between punishment and positive guidance and really explain that to someone else. Okay, so let's talk about our learning materials and assignments for the week. I'd like you to read Chapter 11, Mistaken Goals, Motivation, and Mindfulness in our text. There is a TED Talk about mindfulness, and there is also a video about understanding challenging behaviors in young children that are optional. And then we have 3 assignments for this week. There is a discussion about mindfulness. So you're going to define mindfulness and then talk about why it's important in an early childhood classroom and give some examples. Remember in your first post the importance of having references and in-text citations in that initial response to the prompt, which I think almost all of you have gotten really good at over the course of the 6 weeks. Your first assignment are mini case studies. You're going to choose 2 of the 4 mini case studies, Juan, Sarah, Jaden, or Marlon, and there are questions within the case studies that you'll answer. So you can do a presentation or write a paper for those case studies. And then our final assignment for this class is going to be either a paper or a presentation about the difference between punishment and guidance. And I do have a preference for this assignment. You can do a paper if you'd like. My preference really is for you to do a presentation. You're not going to be marked off if you choose to do a paper, but I'll tell you why. The purpose of this assignment is really going to be to develop a tool. Those of you that are already working in programs, hopefully a tool you can use, and those of you who will be working with families, a tool you can use in the future, a presentation that you could use at a family night or a gathering of your families in your program that'll help families with young children have a better understanding about the difference between punishment and positive guidance and how adult actions, how their actions can influence their child's positive behavior. So again, my preference is that you do a presentation, use Prezi or Google Slides or PowerPoint, do a video, whatever works best for you. Or if you're really uncomfortable with that, again, no points off for doing a paper. But I'd like it to be something useful for you in the future, if possible. Remember that if you do a presentation, there has to be a voiceover with that. So it's not just, for instance, PowerPoint slides. There needs to be a PowerPoint with a voiceover, and that you also need to submit on a separate piece of paper your reference pages. So all the APA rules still are in effect with doing a presentation. And if you have any questions, just throw me an email. So, and also, please, if you haven't done it already, please do your course evaluation. As I told you before, and those of you who've had me in class, it means a great deal to me to get your feedback. It is anonymous. It helps me be a better instructor and have more things in my toolbox to be able to be a better teacher. So again, super, super appreciated if you could do that for me. Just take a couple minutes. Overall, it's just been a pleasure teaching this class. I've loved learning with all of you. Our discussions have been really illuminating. You guys have such diverse experiences and have been able to share such personal ideas and thoughts related to positive child guidance. It's really been my pleasure. So I wish all of you well. If you need to get a hold of me during the week, you all know that I'm easy to get a hold of. Just throw me an email and we can set up a time to talk if just going back and forth on email doesn't meet your needs. Again, pleasure getting to know all of you, and have a great week. Bye-bye.